From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Tuesday, December 1st, 2015. Silver is trading at $14.21 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,070 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $363. Antiwar.com reports last week the Pentagon announced an undisclosed number of troops had been suspended over the attacks on a Doctors Without Borders hospital in Kunduz, Afghanistan, but analysts reading through the conclusions of the internal investigation say it raises a number of unsettling questions. With the attack shrugged off as a combination of human error and some technical problems, the Pentagon seemingly viewed the matter as closed, but the sheer number of mistakes has many calling the conclusions flat out incredible and suggesting that the Pentagon is intentionally disregarding standard procedures in Afghanistan. The analysts note the official narrative rests on the idea that the attacking warplane had taken off without a no-strike list, then had to dodge a non-existent missile, never corrected its targeting systems, and when ordered to attack a target at empty coordinates, chose to attack the closest large building even though it was out of view of the troops who claimed to be under attack. The targeting system problem is particularly grievous as indications are it was a trivial adjustment to make, but even all of this could have been mitigated except for a technical failure that left the plane without electronic communication, another in a long line of unlikely problems that, according to the Pentagon, aligned and led to them attacking a site they were explicitly forbidden from attacking. Though the Pentagon seems to have more or less ended the matter with this, it's likely adding to the calls, particularly from Doctors Without Borders, to conduct an international investigation since the Pentagon's probe is not particularly credible. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. UPI reports the Federal Reserve Board approved a rule Monday prohibiting the government from extending emergency loans to too-big-to-fail companies. The practice of intervening with loans was essential during the global financial crisis of 2008 and 2009, but was formally abandoned Monday to keep within the confines of the Dodd-Frank Act passed in 2010. The new limits, taking effect January 1st, mean the Federal Reserve is only allowed to loan money to programs and facilities with broad-based eligibility that have been established with the approval of the Secretary of the Treasury, according to the Federal Reserve statement. By broad-based, it refers to any method not designed to aid ailing firms and must be available to at least 5 business entities. Federal Reserve Chair Janet Yellen said the 2008 extension of up to $85 billion of credit to AIG, an international insurance company imperiled during the financial crisis, would have been prevented by this new rule. You can support FPP Radio by shopping online. Whether you're looking for precious metals, bitcoins, or books, you'll find that and more at shop.fppradio.com. Every purchase you make from one of my affiliates, like Namecheap and Amazon, at shop.fppradio.com helps fund FPP Radio. Or you can shop directly from FPP with Bitcoin in the Bitcoin store. That's shop.fppradio.com. Reuters reports the White House announced changes to the U.S. visa waiver program on Monday so that security officials can more closely screen travelers from 38 countries allowed to enter the United States without obtaining visas before they travel. Under the new measures, which were prompted by the November 13th attacks in Paris by militants from the Islamic State, the Department of Homeland Security would immediately start to collect more information from travelers about past visits to countries such as Syria and Iraq. White House spokesman Josh Earnest told reporters in Paris the changes will enhance our ability to thwart terrorist attempts to travel on lost or stolen passports. The DHS would also look at pilot programs for collecting biometric information such as fingerprints from visa waiver travelers, according to the White House. The DHS would also ask Congress for additional powers, including the authority to increase fines for air carriers that fail to verify passport data and the ability to require all travelers to use passports with embedded security chips. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.